Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Binding of Isaac, Wrath of the Northernlion. Oh, I really believed in my heart of hearts that we were going to random Isaac there. But that's okay, I still like, you know, a Maggie run. It's nice to mix it up a little bit. You don't always want to be missionary position. Sometimes you got to put a thumb in a butthole to get people interested again. I don't know where that kind of comparison came from, but in any case, we're going to try to have a good time here. Maybe that's where it... Oh, God! That was absolutely awful. I'm a little bit rusty. That's a perfect segue. It has been 4 or 5 days since I last played The Binding of Isaac. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I have a metric fuck ton of series going on at the same time. You know, and a certain proportion of people watch my channel exclusively for Isaac. This is not my way of being, you know, you always hate when you're watching, like, Breaking Bad or something like that, and they're like, this summer on AMC, Real Housewives of Diarrhea. And you're like, I don't want to watch that. I want to watch Breaking Bad. That's why don't make me turn away from the network that I love because of the shows that I hate. But anyway, you know, tons of series going on at the same time. What this means is that typically, you know, I'll record 3 or 4 Isaac videos in a day and then come back to it half a week later so I have time to play Hearthstone and Scribblenauts in the stream. And fucking, what else have I been playing recently? I've totally forgotten. Let's Look At's obviously take up a lot of my time. What I'm getting at is, Isaac I've been playing a lot, but in more concentrated bursts. Okay, well, if we're gonna go fucking laser or unicorn horn, mostly this is just to knock this shit out of the rotation so that I can hopefully get something better later. But my Isaac play on the whole lately has been really, really good. The recent videos that have gone up, with the exception of one of them, in particular, have been all solid when it comes to the results at the end. Sometimes I die in the middle. Shit happens, you know? But I've always managed to make it work for me by the time we got to the end. I hope this is... Oh, it totally was a Joker! Okay, well, how do we use this shit? Because we're on the first floor. Can we get a Joker on the first floor? Like a deal with the devil on the first floor? We totally can, and you know what? Let's... I'm trying to think of what... If we take this Forget-Me-Now, what will we have gotten from this floor? And the answer is jack shit. But we'll get another first floor. We'll have a shot speed upgrade. And that's it. But I'm going to take it anyway because I think it'll be funny. So I'll lose the unicorn horn. Now that'll be out of the rotation. Oh, okay, of course we get an XL floor, which is actually kind of a really bad thing here. Because it does put me in a position where I, unfortunately, will need some keys to open these item rooms. So that, Forget Me Now, may very well have left me worse off than otherwise. But it does give me access to another item room. The problem is I have less HP than I had before. And I also do not have the Yum Heart or any of the other spacebar items I picked up. This is the fastest I've replaced spacebar items in any Isaac run in my history, I'm pretty sure. Mostly I took it because it's pretty fucking wild, right? It'll be crazy. We're basically playing as Isaac now without the D6. We have a shot speed upgrade. Call home, you know, tell wife to get dinner ready because I'm going to be done with this run in like 10 minutes. But shot speed upgrade, how can the game possibly hope to stop me? I do believe, then I hope I'm not just playing into the troll comments there. But I do believe that the, what is it called? The Magic 8 Ball is a shot speed upgrade. It is not a Tears upgrade, as it says. If it is a Tears upgrade, that'd be cool, but whatever. Basically, we're going to look for some keys here and hopefully be able to leave this floor with some good stuff. If we don't get to go to the item rooms here, it's not that big of a deal because, you know, it basically just effectively means we wouldn't have been able to go to the item rooms on the next floor. We didn't have any keys anyway. It's not like we spent any keys to use the Forget Me Now. We just spent an HP upgrade. The real problem is... what we can possibly get out of this floor is probably, at this point, starting to pale in comparison to what we paid to get in, which was an HP upgrade. I mean, it doesn't sink our run if it doesn't go well, but it does kind of fuck us up just a little bit. This does also mean that we won't be getting another basement floor, because we got this basement floor, which is an XL floor. So I was really hoping we'd be able to get, like, 2 extra floors, which might contain, I don't know, maybe it's exactly the same. It would contain more shops. And possibly more rooms? I'm not sure. There's one key. Okay, so there's one item room at the very least sorted for us. And we are going to get Guppy's Paw as well as our spacebar item. That's a weird one. I was totally considering getting Brother Bobby, by the way. That is quad shot, so now I'm starting to say, you know, fuck yeah. Forget Me Now. Quad shot, obviously a great item to pick up here. Mutant Spider, I guess, if we're being 100% accurate with our item descriptions. But yeah, I was pretty close to saying just fuck it and let's take Brother Bobby, but I'm glad I kind of bet on entropy here. Entropy's always increasing, and so is my arousal. So we're going to just continue into this next room. There's another key. Let's take it back to this item room. You never know. Now I don't want any spacebar items. We've already had like 5 spacebar items if you count Forget Me Now. Unicorn Horn, Yum Heart, Shoop to Whoop, Guppy's Paw, Forget Me Now. in technically 1 floor or 0 floors. It's madness. Sacrificial dagger. Okay, at least it's not the greatest item in the game, but we are calming down a little bit. Not every item has to be a spacebar item. And now I'm feeling pretty damn good about where I stand being on the first XL floor. Obviously, some more money and keys would be nice, just to ensure that we could maybe go to the shop on this floor. If we can't go to the shop on this floor, maybe we can go to the shop and item rooms on the next floor. At the very least, you know, if we got a key, we could maybe go to the shop and buy another key, even if there was nothing else of value there. But because we are at the boss room right away-ish anyway, I suggest that we go to the boss room right away-ish and see who we're fighting. So we already fought, you know, Duke of Flies with Unicorn Horn. That was like the easiest fight in the history of mankind. Hopefully we'll be able to make this Larry Jr. fight work for us as well. And if you're wondering, I'm not going to use Guppy's Paw for a while, if at all. I'm holding it because it could be extremely useful for us, as we've seen many times. But I gotta save my health for potential deals with the devil as well. Squeezy gives us a ton of spirit hearts, so you might be thinking, you know, it's a smart idea to take... Our shot speed is through the roof. You might be thinking, you know, it's a smart idea to use... If we're gonna lose spirit hearts already, we might as well turn our hearts into spirit hearts. I think this is a flawed strategy, and perhaps a little bit of a misconception as well. I'd rather, like, keep these red hearts. They're, like, stored health, right? It's stored energy. I can lose these red hearts, replenish them, and then turn them into spirit hearts. Whereas if I turn them into spirit hearts now, once they're gone, and I don't like that. I would much rather get a little bit of extra benefit out of these guys. So let's see if we can snag another deal with the devil. We did, and we got the pentagram. So I'm pretty psyched about my decision to take the... forget me now in the situation. So we have Whore of Babylon, sorry, not Whore of Babylon, Spirit of the Night or the Pact. I'm gonna take the Pact. We're gonna get stupid and crazy. This is gonna allow us to do so much goddamn damage early on. Now we've just gotta stack HP upgrades. Don't get me wrong, Spirit of the Night would have been a great choice as well. In fact, you know, if you compare like the usefulness of the items, Spirit of the Night might well be the better choice, but I'm not taking the better choice necessarily in the situation. I am taking the more interesting choice, and I like it that way. So without having any keys, we're not going to be able to go to the shop on this floor, but we will explore everything just in case we find a key here. Maybe that opens a golden chest that has a skeleton key in it. I don't know if that actually is possible. But as you can see, we are tearing face at the end of the first floor, basically crushing every enemy in our way in 1 or 2 hits. Telepills has taken us exactly to the room I was about to go to anyway, which I guess is probably like the 3rd best outcome or 4th best outcome. Secret room would have been nice. Shop would have been nice. We're not going to use this key to go to the shop on this floor in all likelihood. Although it might be a smart idea. We just don't have the money yet. But the shop should be, like, right here. Yeah. We'll see if we get some cash here, then. I still don't think it's the right play, though. I think we should save it for the item room shop on the next floor. Yeah. Okay, so if we're ranking the ways that the pill could have gone for us, secret room probably would have been best. I am error room probably would have been best. Then secret room. Then shop, then I guess that's just about it. Second secret room, maybe. That could have even been better. Who knows? Anyway, we're going to leave the first floor. We've been recording for like, I don't know, fucking 11, 12 minutes. And we're finally ready to go down to the Caves of the Catacombs. And it is going to be Catacombs 1. So there's our shop. I'm tempted, don't get me wrong. But I think it's in our best interest to either get to 15 cents or use... or get to 15 cents or use this key to go to the item room instead if we find it. We can actually probably get to 15 cents right here. Alright, so we're at 15 cents. We might as well do this. And we'll see what we're going to do with this. Alright, compass. It's just an easy buy. I was going to say we'll see what we do with our existing heart. Because if it was a blue candle, I would probably Guppy's Paw and then get rid of it for the blue candle. That's my thinking. If we get another key. Oh, okay, good. If we get, I really do not want to lose spirit hearts. That's always the norm. I mean, you never want to get hit, but you especially don't want to get hit when you're rolling basically entirely on spirit hearts for the rest of the game, because you just lose that much value. We can play this one more time. Obviously, HP upgrade would be amazing. Money's cool too. That is our secret room, so we can bomb our way into the item room here. Might as well play the slot machine once. Maybe we'll get super lucky. Nope. Literally 0 luck. Holy water. I'm glad I only spent a bomb to get in here, not a key, because this is a trash item. I'm also glad I went to the shop instead of going to the item room with my very first key, because I would have been disappointed. Maybe would have missed out on the compass. I still picked up holy water. Sometimes people suggest not even picking it up because it's not worth it. It, you know, changes one of your familiars into Brother Bobby. I'm okay with it, honestly. It's probably not going to do anything for me, but, you know, at least it's not going to show up again. We've taken care of that. And please tell me I'm okay. Oh, were there any items? There's a red heart. Just got to be exceptionally careful. And oh, we have a skeleton key in here. That is so useful. Oh, my God. So I was just joking earlier, but it turns out the skeleton key actually did show up here. So, golden chests will be opened, shops will be opened, item rooms will be opened, assholes will be opened, and I'm just gonna duck in there and leave a candy bar and keep my mess all around, just so they know I was here, even though my name's not Larry. So we're just gonna shoot some more bullets in here. We picked up another spirit heart, which is exceptional. Obviously, at this point, what are we looking for? Relic, miter, or nail combined with shop items that could increase the usability of those. So I'm very tempted, of course, to go into the secret room here. I would love to get like a unicorn horn or something. Just that's obviously not going to show up, but a chariot card to allow me to do it without taking damage, because I can't really justify doing it while taking damage here. And to spoil this for you, we are not going to be taking the pony. I would much rather stick with Guppy's Paw and have this be beneficial for us later. It's not a bad item. In fact, it's not even a bad choice, I think. This guy's just frozen in time. Like Charlie Sheen. But we're just going to do this instead. And now we're going to hope for like a mom's knife here or something. None of this is as tempting as it kind of needs to be super useful for me. By the way, my eyes are so awesome right now. I really like that. We're going to save our bombs. We're going to save everything. And we're just going to go down to the next floor. Okay, well, here's what I could do. I've totally forgot that there was a golden chest. We can take the pony and just use this to pick up some of the miscellaneous goods out here. I suppose we may as well play the blood bank a couple more times as well. We'll get more money. Maybe it'll pay out with something amazing. There's a range upgrade. It's not the greatest pickup, but it's something. And then we'll come in here and we'll check this guy out. Maybe he'll give me a nickel at the very least. No, he gave me a single penny. I could use that to buy a spirit heart, but I'll probably save it just in case I get the chance to buy a Book of Revelations or something later. Definitely don't want to be 1 cent away. Might as well. I thought maybe there'd be some money in there. We'll take our other half heart, and this is you always want me to min-max. Here we go. This is min-maxing at its finest. Well, not its finest, maybe, but it's min-maxing nonetheless. And we're going to play this guy one more time. Okay. And then you got to think, okay, I could pay 2 cents and try again. So, why not? This could be fun. We'll pay 2 cents. We'll see if we get something good out of this. Obviously, we're only going to get one play. It didn't even pay for itself, but that's okay. We went through it. That's okay. No big problems. Maybe a heart back. We got a couple cents back for dropping a bomb on that. So, not the best blood bank in the world, but hey, I'd say that floor went pretty well. We have skeleton key. That's awesome. Gonna be a little bit more wary. Oh, you know what? I can do this without only taking half of the spirit heart hit now. That's bombs and that's spiders, but I'm glad I checked. And I think now I might be able to get out of here just by using the pony's active effect. No, I'm still going to take half a spirit heart loss. Well, at least, you know, I was thinking creatively. You can't fault me for that one. We're going to make sure we take Guppy's Paw. I guess we'll fill up our health. I would have played the blood bank one more time if I knew that that was here. And we'll get the fuck out of here. Caves Part 2 with the Curse of Darkness. Not a big deal. Kind of sucks because we do not have... oh, that was a little scary. It kind of sucks because we can't see where we're going, but it's also a really early floor, so I'm not sweating it too much. So... what I am thinking is I realized there was a pill back there. I'm very tempted to take it, don't get me wrong. But I don't want it to be bombs or key without me actually going to all of the rooms that I want to go to. There's a free Guppy's Tail. I'm certainly glad I didn't buy it for 1 red heart. Now, with 98 keys and Guppy's Tail, I'm pretty excited about our potential chances for picking up some good stuff later in the game. Just make sure we're taking these guys out as they come up. And that should be good. And one more arena here. Playing too much Hearthstone, as you can tell. One more arena. I guess it is kind of an arena, you know, by the strictest definition. We're like locked in here with these dudes. Or should I say I'm not locked in here with them, they're locked in here with me. So, that pill, if that's bombs or key, I'm going to be so mad. But first we're going to get Little Chad. And I very nearly said Little Chub, but I corrected myself, so you should be proud of me. And this is kind of shitty. I don't like this too much. I really want to get some HP upgrades so that Guppy's Paw is actually useful. Otherwise, it might be true that taking the pony was a more effective option. But I am banking on these golden chests eventually giving me more HP upgrades, even if blood banks and stuff never end up working out for me, which is a possibility. So, easy fight. I'm doing a ton of damage right now, as you can quite clearly see. At least we got a spirit heart out of it. Those red hearts will allow us to eventually, I don't know, get some stuff done. by way of blood bank, maybe. I don't know. We can't fly. I totally forgot about that. Let's drop a bomb here. Hopefully we'll get small rock for even more damage. Ah, that's perfect. We got 2 bombs and a spirit heart as well. So in here, we could buy a key, which we'll have to do if this pill turns out to be bad. But let's take this pill. Let's dare to dream. Another one will probably show up, even if it is bombs or key. Let's see. Range down. Not that big of a deal. I did get a range upgrade from a random golden chest on the last floor. And we still have the item room left to find. So let's go sort that shit out before we decide that this floor is more or less a wash. We haven't really gotten too much of value. Ah, we got Guppy's tail for free. That's not a big deal, though. I am hoping to... I'm thinking about buying the ladder. Hoping might be a strong word for an item that isn't necessarily super strong in and of itself, but it does usually pay for itself. And pay for itself quickly. That's another range downgrade, so it's safe to say that I'll be avoiding that one. This should be our item room over here at some point. Shouldn't be a huge floor. You know, all things considered, we are still very, very early on in the game. We have the kind of damage that could carry us through the entire game. I think it is a little unlikely, though. We still need some, you know, we don't necessarily need game-breaking items, but we need some good stuff, ideally. Maybe we'll find another arcade here. Hourglass. I mean, it's not necessarily worse than Guppy's Paw in our current situation, but long-term, it's probably a lot worse than Guppy's Paw if we ever get some fucking HP to work with it. Can't believe we've gotten 0 HP upgrades over the course of the game so far. Exclusively HP downgrades by way of deals with the devil. But I think it's been a bunch of smart choices. Oh, that was really bad. A bunch of smart choices so far, though. Fool card. We can use that after the mom fight if we manage to hold the card for that long. Man, this is like a freaking Christmas banquet here. All sorts of different colors. Apparently, Christmas is the most colorful holiday in the Northernlion household. Maybe it's a secret room? No, it was worth a shot, though. We're definitely going to go get the golden chest. There's a spirit heart for us as well. Oh, and the keys galore. That feels pretty good. So, I mean, the keys don't matter, but I guess the bombs matter in case we do get a bombs or key pill. So, how did this floor go? Fuck, not that great, honestly, but, well, here's the deal. Let's use the fool card here instead. I'm gonna be stupid and check this out in the hopes that we get an eye. We got some pills. Okay, what is pill number 1? Balls of Steel. Worth it so far. Pill number 2. Tears Down. Was that a good trade? It's probably okay. Then we'll just teleport out with the fool and, leave the floor, I suppose. That was dangerously close to walking on the spikes. Game's not throwing me too many bones, but, you know, we're not in a bad spot. It's kind of it's tempting to buy that spirit heart, but I don't think it's that important. I think it's much more important to save our money for the possibility of getting something later that could give us way more spirit hearts. But we'll see. We're going to be on Necropolis 1. So on the bright side, we can see where all the floors are here, or all the rooms, I should say. Thank God we killed them before they summoned too much assholery to deal with. And for 1 or 2 bombs, we should be able to pick up a lot of good stuff here. Might cost me 2. Well, we might probably want to trade a bomb for that. Fish head. I'll stick with the matchstick for now. Fish head's pretty good, but I'll stick with the matchstick. Spider butt is another item where I'm like, well, okay, it's pretty good, but we're sticking with Guppy's Paw for better or for worse. I've had a lot of people get really angry and they're like, oh, I'm subscribing. Or I'm unsubscribing because you use Guppy's Paw too much. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, if we keep going down that track, pretty soon there's going to be, like, few items in the game I can take. Guppy's Paw is not an overpowered item. It's an item that in some situations can be very, very useful. But in some situations, it can totally fuck you over. Like, look at what I've passed up to stick with Guppy's Paw so far. Not the best spacebar items in the game, but, you know, good ones. And of course, I've kind of shot myself in the foot a little bit by spending so much on deals with the devil, but still, like, it's an item you have to make trade-offs for. It's not like I'm just walking into an item room like, oh, I hope there's something, oh, mom's knife, Polyphemus, I win. Like, this requires some strategy to use, so no, I will not be boycotting the use of Guppy's Paw. I think it makes for some more interesting game mechanics, and if you don't like it, well, then I'm doing the face to you right now. Also, you know, you don't really need to announce that you're unsubscribing. This kind of sounds like, you know, every subscriber does matter, of course, if you're watching this and if you're a long-time fan. I do appreciate it, but it's not, what am I gonna do? Like, do you want me to beg for you to not unsubscribe? Obviously, if you're not enjoying the content, you're not gonna watch the video anyway, and that's fine. Just don't watch the video. If you get consistently angry with me, that's fine too. You know, I get angry with content producers that I see on YouTube, and as a general rule, what I do is just not watch them because I don't enjoy it. But if you enjoy it because it's like, this, it's making me feel so much smarter to yell at this dude, then you are a bully and I don't like you. Even if you are 11 and get bullied yourself. Which sucks, I sympathize with that. But do unto others as you want done unto yourself or your mother. That's my 2 cents on the matter. Now, we should be getting pretty close to being done with this fight. In a second. I deal so much damage, and Mask of Infamy is a real bastard about things. Okay, at least we got the HP upgrade and the Tears upgrade. That might be a damage upgrade instead. And in our deal with the Devil Room, Guppy items. We could turn into Guppy. How the fuck would this work? Let's take Guppy's head, and then try to take Guppy. Will we die? Okay, well, we're sort of alive. So I'm going to give myself the 3 Spirit Hearts now. And we're going to roll now. And what is it? There's spider butt back in there, but I should really stick with Guppy's paw. So this is what I have to use. Hey, Northernlion, don't take Guppy's paw. Look at this shit. This is going to be crazy. I got 9 lives, but only 3 health. I got a lot of good, like, stuff going on here as a result of being Guppy. You could have cost us this, you dick. That guy who's unsubscribing right now, he doesn't know why, but he's kicking himself. He's like, I don't know why. I feel frustrated for some reason. It's because you're missing out on this baller run, you dickbag. Have fun in homeroom. I don't even need to insult homeroom. I apologize for that. Homeroom is good times sometimes. I'm going to continue sticking with the matchstick. The bombs could be very important. Now, what do we need? I think it's pretty clear we need like a fuck ton of HP. I'm not going to take this Eternal Heart yet. Let's see what we've got in here. I'll open it up. Yeah, sure, bomb and a key. Bomb is pretty important. Key, less so. Now, we're going to be doing a ton of damage. Obviously, just by virtue of our attack, we do an insane amount of damage. And then we also summon a plethora of flies at all times, more or less. We fly, we have Sacrificial Dagger. I don't know. We've got some interesting possibilities here. It's a run, it's a little bit unlike anyone I've ever done before. I've become Guppy before, and I've done so fairly recently. But I don't think I've ever done it in a situation like this, quite like this before at least. So we're going to take our Eternal Heart now. It's probably going to be safe. And this will give us, basically allow us to double our health with Guppy's paw, but we're going to wait until we, for sure, are done with deals with the devil before we do that. So the only reason I use Guppy's paw is because, it might not have been proper timing, but I was also very concerned about the possibility oh, thank God. I almost got hit like 6 times in this room. I was very concerned about the possibility of taking 1 damage, which can happen extremely easily, and then just dying, which would be very shitty. So I figured, why don't we safeguard ourselves a little bit? And we'll use Guppy's paw, and maybe it's not the best. If I don't get hit, it doesn't matter, but I'll probably get hit, let's be honest. You know who you're watching. But I think I've been making good strides towards better strategic play lately. I've been, not necessarily playing the best from a mechanical standpoint, although sometimes I've been playing pretty well. But I've been making some good tactical decisions and strategic decisions. And I wish you guys would stop yelling at me, because I'm just trying to do my best here, and I think it's working out. I know that actually the community has become a lot more positive, and I do appreciate that. I know I sound like I whine about comments all the time, but really this is indeed the greatest job in the world, and I'm very thankful every day to be able to get up and make these videos and have people actually watch them and to entertain people. And I get a lot of positive messages about, the people that like my content and think that I've made a very genuine and real difference in their lives. That's super heartwarming and touching. But it's one of those things, I feel like most people in the world are the kind of people where, you can get complimented 50 times, but if someone insults you to your face once, that's easier to focus on than the other stuff. And it's very easy to give those kind of people a course of action. Like, oh, just don't worry about it. Most people are cool with you, and that's true. But by the same token, that doesn't change the way you think, right? I'm not saying like I'm depressed or anything like that by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just saying I think that's a natural kind of human reaction to criticism. And, I don't know, online people are dicks. But the majority of you are still very positive, and it is a pleasure to produce coverage for you. I am... Alright, let's not call Isaac coverage, but a lot of the other stuff I do could qualify as coverage. This golden chest is, like, real tempting, as is the money. I'm gonna get hit, though. Unless... Nah, I'm gonna get hit. So I can't justify it quite yet. Maybe at some point in the future, though. The curse room is kind of in the same boat, where I can't afford to take damage as much as I would like to. There's probably a way to get that golden chest. I think if... Oh, I wasn't even paying attention there. If I used bombs... Well, I certainly don't want the ladder now, but the tarot card might be useful. The hermit, okay. I could, like, use bombs and then bait all of the blue spikes on one side into coming into the center or something. I don't know. I don't think it's... Had to happen, right? Didn't even open the chest. And it's Tammy's head! I lost a whole heart just to find out that it was Tammy's head. Hopefully this is the way to the boss room. And of course, hopefully the boss room contains an HP upgrade. And hopefully the boss trap room contains an HP upgrade. It looks like all of these things are going to come true for now. I'm still not feeling like I'm in a terrible position. Things are going to get a lot easier once I get permanent Polaroid invincibility. We just have to get as much HP as possible to make it happen. And you know, at this point, I'm like, I don't think we need another deal with the devil. Even if Mom's knife shows up, I can live without it, just to take the 6 spirit hearts instead. Or 3 spirit hearts. So, you always pick up the crate in this situation, in my opinion, because it does give you a spirit heart, which is effectively 1/3 of an HP upgrade. It's not as good as an HP upgrade in this situation, but maybe that's a Hierophant card, maybe it's a Balls of Steel pill. One of the pills that we got in that room was that same color, and there's Balls of Steel and Tears Down. Luckily, we'll be able to see it, so it's not like a 50-50 crapshoot. We'll see, though. He's dead. That was very easy. I'm doing a lot of damage. There's more money, more bombs. That is a Strength card. And Tears Down. That sucks. I don't want... you know what? The Hermit card is actually valuable, because that can take me out of here and allow me to fight... Or maybe get a deal with the devil. But also come back here and get that Strength card, which I think I can then Guppy's Paw and keep the Spirit Hearts? I don't know. This is going to be a weird one. It's totally possible that I played far too aggressively here and have totally fucked myself with relation to the amount of health that I need to beat the game. But as you can see, this is going pretty well. That HP upgrade is good. We want to roll with the Polaroid. We're going to pop the Hermit card. If we get a deal with the Devil Mom's Knife for 1 heart, I would probably take it in this situation. So then we're just going to go and we're going to pick up the Strength card and we're going to take it with us. Fuck that money. It's so not worth it right now. We're going to take it with us and maybe it'll be important. It's totally feasible that it might not be as well. I don't know. The Strength card. Could be a crapshoot. I don't know if it'll actually give us the 3 Spirit Hearts when we use it, is the thing. If it does, that's fucking awesome, though. And we don't get a deal with the devil, so I think we Strength card, and then use it, and then we see if we still have 5.5 Spirit Hearts when we go down to the next floor. Or did I just break the game? Because it's frozen now. I'm going to take a sip of my water, and I'll deal with this error. Oh, there we go. So we do have 5.5 Spirit Hearts. And if you're wondering, why am I not using... why am I not, like, finishing off this Guppy's Paw to give us better health, or better overall Spirit Hearts? It's because, you know, we might end up in a situation like this. We might still get a deal with the devil on the first fight here. It's not a mom fight, but it is the first fight here. And if we do, that's awesome because we'll be able to get Mom's Knife, which will allow us to do dumb fucking damage at this point. And I think I deserve it for the weird kind of strategy I've employed here that has ended up working out really well for me. That should kill him. And that was super easy. So let's keep moving onwards here. There is a mini-boss. That could be a gluttony and is, as such, quite tempting. I'm mowing down enemies so quickly and in kind of a non-traditional fashion. I like this a lot. But we'll see. This is our... Apparently that's the slogan of this run. But we'll see. Sounds like a porn movie written by Tartovsky or something. That reference doesn't make any sense. And if you laughed at it, you're as much of a shithead as I am. No offense, though. So let's come down here, and we'll go, it's going to be like a horseshoe shape, probably. And we'll go down and to the right, as is necessary. We still have no way of replenishing our Spirit Hearts, and that's what makes this a risky run right now. But, we'll see. Coming this fall to porno theaters everywhere in the 1980s when those things still exist. Do these porn theaters still exist? I don't know. Sometimes in Vancouver, you know, you take the bus, and you're going from... an area that is a little bit more suburban, to downtown, and there is a, not NBA Jam style, like to a literal downtown, but anyway, there is, like this store, and it says 25-cent peep shows, and I always just thought, like, oh, that's a cool, like, vintage sign or something. No, apparently, according to other Vancouverites, that place actually offers 25-cent peep shows, so I had no idea. It's actually in, like, a pretty expensive part of Vancouver, and Vancouver is a very expensive city, so I don't know. They must sell a lot of peep shows, let's put it that way. So let's hold down the right arrow key here, and we should be able to pick up some consumables that probably don't offer me too much value, but this has been a very easy floor so far. We haven't picked up any Spirit Hearts, which is the negative part, but we'll see who we fight now. And this is, you know, oh, Jesus. This is like the last gasp for Guppy's Paw. Oh my god, this is an XL floor, so we have no deals with the devil. So this should be, no matter what, this will be the end of our Guppy's Paw, because we won't get a deal with the devil. Ah, but I guess, you know, there's no reason not to keep Guppy's Paw, just in case we get more HP upgrades later, of course. That should be obvious. That's bad damage to take, but we got an HP upgrade back from it, which is fine. Now let's go into permanent Polaroid invincibility territory. There's no reason I couldn't have done that earlier, except that I wanted to keep that health for the potential of deals with the devil, but obviously on an XL womb or an XL utero, you cannot get a deal with the devil, because it would have to show up after the first boss fight only, which it cannot. So that was really bad damage on my part, but it does mean we can now stand outside the fire here, or inside the fire, I guess as the case might be. Very easy Mom's Heart fight. Took a little bit more damage than I'm comfortable with, but it's going pretty well so far. And we'll see if we can't get some more golden chests as we go up to the cathedral, and of course, we're going to be looking out for good stuff once we get up to the chest. Sorry, my headphone came out and now I can hear my own voice, and it's making me self-conscious, so we'll pop that back in. I don't like dealing with this room. That is true, and I'm feeling like taking damage is likely. Yep, there we go. Well, we can at least just kill him that way by finishing him off. Cain's Eye I cannot take because I need to stick with the Polaroid for a number of reasons, not least of which is that it's actually probably like the most useful trinket in the game for me in this situation. That was really close. Hey, we found the second secret room, and Bob's Rotten Head, which is trash, but in the second secret room we have a red chest which contains troll bombs. What a waste. Let's look down here, maybe we'll find our secret room just randomly. Oh my god, we did! I was not expecting that to work. Now, that means we can probably just use a bomb to bomb through here, and this might be the fastest way to get to the boss. Maybe, maybe not, but I'm too titillated by the novelty here to not continue down this path. Treasure chest for us. No spirit hearts, but a key, thank god. I was just running out of those. Okay, one spirit heart. I was really hoping, you know, small rock, one spirit heart. But hey, that Bob's Rotten Head actually is going to save us possibly some damage and time, which is pretty remarkable. So, no more spirit hearts. This is going to be a dangerous fight against Isaac. Oh my god, he got hit by Sacrificial Dagger and I took damage. That's absolute bullshit. Balls of Steel. Never mind. Everything is right in the universe. Here we go, up against Isaac, and keep in mind, we're going to be summoning an ass ton of flies, which is awesome, but also, whenever we get hit, Sacrificial Dagger, gonna cut this dude up. Good. Okay, so phase 1, we only got hit once. Adequate, I would say. We could double that and still live, and then let the chest carry us. Obviously, we're looking forward to getting some HP upgrades, hopefully. That's all I need to succeed, is HP upgrades, but, of course, it would be nice to pick up some damage items in addition to that. A speed upgrade could probably pay for itself pretty quickly in terms of, like, health prevented from losing, and let's see what we get here. Halo of Flies, actually really useful, because these existing flies don't really act as orbitals very well. Blood Rights, speed upgrade, and Able, which always shows up here. I'm not going to use Blood Rights, because I don't think it works. I've tried, like, using that and Razor Blade. With permanent Polaroid invincibility, you just can't scum it up, basically. You want to spam the button as fast as possible, it just doesn't work out that well. Mini Mush, speed plus range. I'll take it. Does increase our rate of fire as well, I think. I'm not sure, though. Most of our damage is honestly coming from flies at this point, so... you know, anything that increases our rate of fire does increase the rate at which we spawn flies, which is nice. But it's not the end of the world if I don't get a high rate of fire. Just be a little cautious here. Double Loki, still nothing to fuck with. This could totally be the wrong way, by the way. But if it is, hopefully we'll get some more items along the way, or at the very least some more Spirit Heart consumables. He should be dead very, very soon. Anarchist Cookbook. Trash item. We're at the point where we've seen, like, almost every item in the fucking rotation, I'm pretty sure. Alright. This is bad. Stay still and fire lasers! Okay. It sounded like a keep calm and carry on poster for a second there. There we go. Shoot each other. Take care of the fucking flies. I am doing so much goddamn damage, but I can't wipe one of you fuckers out? Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't get hit there. Keep firing in here. Stay away. Oh. Alright, one is dead, and the second one soon to follow. I think I did roughly equal damage. Yeah, more or less. I'll live with it. That was Odd Mushroom for a damage upgrade, a speed downgrade, but mostly 3 Spirit Hearts. So the damage upgrade is very nice. And we gotta go down now. This is the... It's gotta be the way. Please tell me that I can kill one of these fucking Gerties. Gertie Juniors, I guess, before shit gets too real. Oh, thank God. Okay. This is a testament to our damage, by the way. This would never happen on 99% of my runs. I would have taken damage on this room, no doubt. Even a mom's knife run, because you got to get real close. Alright, so this should be able to take out the Widow super quickly. That was bad damage for me, but it's fine. We'll just cut him up like so. And we've got a good anti-spider run here. And still, you know, chances for other items. Slot machines show up. You never know. Obviously, I'm just about done with getting shitty items, hopefully. Not that I've gotten some really good items over the course of this game. You'll never hear me complain about the items that I've gotten in this game, except on the chest, not so great. But that's just because I built up those expectations in my head. All right, don't get hit on this room. Just hold the right button down and you'll be fine. The right button, Inventors of the Airplane, of course. Now, our damage is increased. Obviously, I expect that to make for a little bit easier of a boss fight here. And I'm pretty jazzed. John Tucker must die. Tucker Max is that misogynist internet dude who had that movie that came out in 10 theaters. And also that book that you probably owned when you were a freshman in college. There's no shame in it. Let's hold down the left key here, and this is going to be over. But yeah, we're having a very good time here. I have been playing very well. I'm going to toot my own horn for once. You're going to hear me say it. I'm tooting my own horn. My Isaac play has improved, I think, on a strategic level, an intellectual level, maybe not in the actual hands and the neurons firing, but etc. That doesn't really matter. If you enjoy Isaac, you want to subscribe, click the link in the video description below. That will take you to a page where you can subscribe to my channel, and it's basically the only way I can get aroused anymore. Make sure to like the video if you actually enjoyed it, and I know some of you did. Don't deny it. Leave a comment letting me know what you liked or did not like about the episode, and I will do my best to read the civil ones. And as always, of course, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you next time.